And we're rolling. Hello, I'm Natalie Strong, and welcome to Interviewer Interviewee. I'm currently at the Out There Institute in Chipping, where there has been an interesting discovery. I'm joined by the woman leading this operation, Dr. Barbara Wheatley.
Please, call me Barbara.
Barbara. So, Barbara, tell me, what have you discovered?
Well, it's hard to explain without going too in depth, but what I can say is that, if our findings are correct, it will change everything we know about the history of the world, and the history of our species.
That's a pretty big claim. Can you explain the events leading up to the discovery?
Of course. It was a basic site visit on an archaeological dig on a beach near Cardiff, somewhere around Splot. Obviously you get basic dinosaur bones, but this time there was something different. Humanoid remains.
So you're telling me that...
Yes! We might have found the missing link.
That's...
Despite being a different species, and obviously of different size, the skeleton had a similar structure to that of dinosaur remains, and even the skeletons of creatures we keep in our zoos.
But that means...
We believe that they all have something in common. That they all had a common ancestor.
Whoa. That's...
We all know that dinosaurs died out. It's taught in schools everywhere from a young age. But what if not all of them died out? What if some of the smaller creatures around at that time survived? What if they evolved? Looking at the phylogenesis of dinosaurs, we discovered that they evolved from a distant cousin to what we would call amphibians. This, again, is a known thing. But what if there was an offshoot? What if a different species evolved from this distant cousin eons ago?
You mean?
Mammalia. Mammals. Like your basic lion found in petting zoos or sheep found locked in cages.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying, what if there was something like us? Something that evolved from one of these offshoots? Distantly related to things like the dinosaurs or the goats. Heck, even the pigeons. And what if some of them are still alive today? The remains were discovered quite close to the surface. Sure, not close enough to find them every time you dig to make a sandcastle or even to install a pool in your back garden, but the remains were closer to the surface than any dinosaur remains we found.
That is so...
Now, this next part is highly speculative, but it's an important part of the puzzle, if I may.
Please, go on.
Across the world there is folklore. A lot of it is specific to specific regions. However, in places, there are some overlaps. For example, dragons. Almost everywhere has stories about dragons. Mermaids. Again, almost everywhere has stories about mermaids. And sure, you could say it's based in common sense, but almost everywhere has stories about being wary of the unknown that hides in the woods. Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel, the list goes on. The remains we discovered had almost pristine teeth. There is evidence of carnivorous abilities, suggesting a possibility of cannibalism, but there is also evidence of herbivorous abilities.
You mean?
The perfect killer. An omnivore. What if it wasn't a witch that lured in Hansel and Gretel? What if it was this creature? What if it wasn't a horse that attacked Little Red Riding Hood and her granny? What if it was this creature?
And what is this creature?
If we are Homo plantae, then this is Homo sapien. This is fully hypothetical, of course.
Of course.
Probably nothing more than a creepy bedtime story.
In another life you could be a writer. So, what are your next plans with regards to this Homo sapien?
Well, my team is currently working out how it would have sounded based on its bone structure. I've been told it could be done within the hour, and that they're going to surprise us by playing it through the building speaker system. And I've told them that they're only allowed to do it once, so as not to disturb any of the other departments too much.
That's fascinating. I hope that I'll still be here to hear it. To get that on record would be amazing. Jesus Christ! That was a shock.
The amazingness of my team. So, you were saying? Sorry, they must be playing a prank. Sorry, I'll have a word with them. Simon, I told you you could only play it once. It's been 3 times. Turn it off now, and I'll have a word with you after I finish with this interview.
What are you talking about?
The Homo sapien? It's amazing work, but not the time.
We're still ages away from working that out. The program crashed again.
But that... Simon, put the building on lockdown. Miss Strong. Natalie. Please can you come with me? As a matter of urgency.
Okay. I'll just pick up my...
I can take the recorder, just please follow me.
This building is under lockdown.
What's going on?
Find your way to
There's no time, just come on!
This building is under lockdown.
There's a service lift at the end of this corridor. It should take us to the... Shit! Turn around! Reed gets the staff panic room on this level. Why did we just go there in the first place? Because you're a civilian. Okay, we're here.
I'm sorry. Access denied.
What? Quick, I think he's getting closer.
Please state your name and rank.
Dr. Barbara Wheatley, Head Researcher, Phylogenetic Department.
Hello, Dr. Barbara Wheatley, Head Researcher, Phylogenetic Department. I'm sorry. Access denied.
What? Why? Barbara.
This is not your designated panic room. As a head researcher, your designated panic room is on sublevel 9. This is sublevel 5. Would you like to speak to someone inside?
Shit! Yes! Barbara!
Putting you through now. Barbara?
Simon!
Barbara.
Simon, open the door! Barbara, it's nearly here. Please, Simon! Simon!
I can't do that, I'm afraid, Barbara.
Yes, you can. I can talk you through it. There's a manual override switch next to the door. The code is 1857.
And won't do that, Barbara.
What? Barbara!
Shit, boss. Learning opportunity. Protecting people inside. You choose. I just don't want to open the door.
Simon, you cowardly little shit!
Goodbye, Barbara.
Barbara! Oh my god!
This building is under lockdown. Wait, you este edificio es de Brejo de pánico designada. This building is under lockdown. Please find your way to your designated panic room. Este edificio es de Brejo Bloqueo. Por favor, encuentre el camino a su sala de pánico designada.